Dearest listeners, book babes and book bros, welcome to Book Babble. I'm your host today, Tanya, and I'm from Witlit Women. Today we have a special guest star, and it is Kath Richards. Kath, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Kath. I live in Utah. I'm a romance writer, and my second novel, A Love Most Brutal, just came out 2 days ago.
She is more than just a romance author, folks. She is a rom-com, a mafia rom-com author specifically right now, and they're the best. They're so funny. I've arc read both of them, and I love them. Anyway, before I get into this tangent, Kath, are you ready to babble?
I'm so ready to babble. I was born ready.
Yes. Okay, so my timer on my clock on my computer's not working, so I'm gonna start my 5 minute countdown on my phone, and it's on. So the first question that we typically ask is, how did you get started? What inspired you to write like your mafia rom-coms? What put that thought in your head?
I was reading lots and lots of mafia rom-coms, and they were just so like fun and sexy and delicious to me. But I couldn't stop thinking about like, what if instead of like an alpha man, we had like a very pathetic man and a really strong woman for once who was in charge, and a man who just had never held a gun and didn't know anything about the mafia. That was like true. And my original thought was, and what if it happened over Christmas? Which the book does not take place at Christmas, but that was the original thought, and that is how this series was born.
I need an outtake of the like a Christmas scene from the first book, please.
Yeah, it was called, I think I had it called something like a mafia for Christmas, or no, mob boss for Christmas. It was like it was really quite something.
It's amazing. Okay, so you have crafted the Morelli sisters. You still have one left to cover, but so far, which one do you most closely relate with?
So we have Vanessa, who is the mob boss, and then Mary, who is the youngest daughter, and she is like the enforcer of the family. And she is like very prickly. I would say that Mary is a very personal character to me. She like has OCD, and she is bisexual and the youngest child. And so I would say her, even though I'm like the friendliest person in the world, and Mary is like no one would deign to call her friendly. So
I love Mary. She's
I love her.
like her attitude is just the most amazing thing ever.
She's the best.
Okay, so I just lost my train of thought. How do you, so like what, can you walk me through your writing technique? Like, how do you get everything from your head to your paper? Are you a pantser, a plotter? Those kind of things.
Yeah, it starts with like the ungodly place that is my notes app on my phone. And so usually I get an idea, and then it goes from mine to notes app. Often in the shower, I'm like, oh, I have this idea, and I'm like quickly typing into my notes app or voice to texting it. And then from there I'll like come up with some semblance of an outline. And I was just revisiting the first A Love Most Fatal outline that from that, and it was like so unhinged, but like the roots like the heart of the book was still there. And then I try to outline, but I'm really not that good at it. But when I do outline, things go smoother in the drafting process. So I've been trying to get better at outlining. But usually it's like outlining to a point, drafting, discovering, and then I have to outline more, and then I have to draft more. And yeah, it is not the most organized process.
So between all of the plotting that you do, all of the writing, you have quite a bit of a, like we've discussed this, you have a mafia story going on, and that's not common knowledge to everybody. So like, what is your search history like? What is your Google history like? How much research goes into this?
I feel like so much of my research is done by watching movies. Like a lot of my research is done by watching mafia movies or heist movies or crime action thrillers, the Fast and Furious movies. Which is to say that these are rom-coms through and through, and these are like not gritty crime procedurals. Like they are silly, and the action is you have to suspend your disbelief. I would say my search history is about things that are way more boring than you would think. For instance, I don't live in Boston, and this book takes place in Boston, and it's like searching things about the streets of Boston and about food and about languages that people speak. Oh, and then like the hierarchy of the mafia, but more so, or a more interesting one would be like, how can you use a saline nasal rinse to clean a wound? Like those are kind of the questions I might be asking my search history.
Love that. All right. Well, my very last question in our 5 minutes is who is your girl dinner from your entire universe so far? Who would that be?
Oh my gosh. Okay, Mary is like the hottest thing to exist. I feel like she is like very hot, very fiery and beautiful and strong, and like she could probably step on me and it would be like, I don't, would I like it? Probably. So, Mary and Maxim both are like I just, any art I have of them kissing, I'm like, can I be in the middle of them kissing and hugging?
Yes.
Put them together.
I agree. They are so good. Okay, so our 5 minute timer just went off, so you have made it through. Are you okay?
My sorry. Okay, sorry, I lost you for a minute there. Are you connected to my husband's computer or his headphones? I'm so sorry. I missed the last thing you said. Can you say it again? I was like, oh no. You can cut this one. I'm sorry.
I'm leaving this in. This is so funny.
Where did it go?
Okay, so we made it through the 5 minute AMA round. So we'll put this on our social channels, and then the full episode will go on YouTube and Spotify. So we have a few more minutes just to keep chatting. If
I love
anyone
it.
can tell, we've had some technical difficulties today.
Dude, the computers are like literally against us. They're
They
raging against us
are.
on us.
So, backstory, I had to switch Zoom accounts because my other account wasn't working. Kath's internet's
Computers, the
being crazy.
Wi-Fi.
We're technology hates us today, but it's fine. Because we're here to talk about mafia rom-coms. So I I actually discovered your books after I read the Ruinous Love trilogy from Bryn Weaver. So I had never it opened my eyes to this new world because I had never known there was like a dark rom-com genre, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is what I love. I love funny stuff, but I need the darker like side of things too." So like tell me about exploring that genre. How did you decide to do like both worlds, the dark and the funny, instead of going like one way or the other?
Yeah, I've always loved dark things and I don't know, like I've loved gothic things and action movies and
Yeah.
like these things that are very sensational that are not in our day-to-day lives. Like I work a corporate job, I live in a suburb. Like I have a
Same.
very like basic, like very normal life. And it is so fun and sensational to like think about dark things and to put it in writing while also like life is so funny and people are so funny. So I think being able to like blend those two is just a joy to me.
I love that you've done it because, like I said, after the Ruinous Love trilogy, I just like it opened my eyes to so much, and I think yours really was the second in that genre, the second series that I discovered, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this! Like the funny math teacher, the mafia boss, like she's not a man this time, she's a woman, and it was just so fun. And then you've got Mary and Maxim, the funny not funny, but it's a funny pairing because she's like this angry little beast, and then he's like this calm man just trying to settle down, and it's so fun to see these men like down bad for their women,
Love
but also make it a comical experience at the same time. I love it. Ugh.
it. Down horrific is like truly.
Yes. So can you give us any sneak peeks at the next book? Any updates?
Yeah, book three is going to be about another Morelli, not Willa, but Leo. And your face is so awesome. Because like, yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm so excited, and I that book won't come out like next September. I don't know when it'll come out. I have another book coming out next September that I can't like announce yet, but when I can, I will. But it will come out probably shortly thereafter.
I am so excited. I'm so excited to get Leo's story.
I love that guy.
Yes. So where do all of these ideas come from? Is it really just from watching like TV shows and stuff, or ha like how do you decide which characters are gonna fall in love and how do you pair them? Because like these pairings are hilarious.
I think like for me, stories come. There's like these sensational. I've already said that word, but like these ideas that are very funny to me, like a pathetic man and a mob boss of a woman, right? Like being thrown into the mafia. Like that is very funny to me. So suddenly I had two characters, right? Like in like from that those two characters, right? I'm like, she probably needs some sisters because I'm always writing sisters, and like just as I discover side characters, I just love them so dearly, and as I'm like making them more human, they are like, I want them to have love. I want everyone to have love, and it's like for me that's the most exciting thing, is to like watch two characters who like don't have love find love and be happy. I just love it. So in terms of how do I find the ideas, I think the characters like Mary and Maxim were not on my radar until I had almost written A Love Most Fatal. And I was like, oh, hold on. And I had the idea that they should probably be together. And that like really grew from there. And that was so exciting. Um, I don't know who, I can't even remember who I was going to put Mary with, but, and maybe I didn't know at the time, but as soon as I figured out it was supposed to be Maxim, it was like, yes, like it just clicked into place and it was so exciting. So I think I have lots of ideas for other side characters that people like you'll meet in book two, like all the Orlov siblings. And I think those would be so fun to write, but it's just about kind of like prioritizing like which couple has like the most energy basically, and then moving from there.
I'm so shocked right now because in A Love Most Fatal, they were barely on like page together, but they had off the charts chemistry every single time. So to know that you didn't originally plan that is insane.
Well,
Um,
but if by the end of the book, like but the book that you read, it was planned. But like in the
right.
first draft, I was like just discovering kind of that. And I discovered the character of Maxim. Like he wasn't even in my outline. And then like when I discovered him and was writing more, I was like, what if he loved Crazy Mary? Like what if he
It's
loved her?
so good. Like you foreshadowed that so well in book one. And it was, I don't know, it's just amazing. You did a great job lining that up. And then to see it come to fruition in book two, oh, I love that. Mary just like softening a little bit. Maxim just being so persistent and down bad. Love it. Love it. You did such a great job.
Poor guy. Like she puts him through it bad. The whole book, she's just picking fights with him.
She's like, no, I won't love you. I hate you. Go away. Except stay here because you're my husband.
Really very much. It's like, yeah, there comes this is like very soft spoiler, but there comes a point where she just like stops wearing her own clothes and like exclusively wears Maxim's shirts and sweaters and clothes. And she's like, I do not love that man. It's like,
No, you just wear his clothes all the time. It's fine. You don't love him.
okay, girl. Okay, girl.
The denial.
Sure, girl.
Well, we are just about at time. So at this point, I usually like to open the floor to you and see if there's anything that you want to talk about with your readers, any announcements you want to make. So the floor is yours.
Only announcements I would make is to read A Love Most Fatal and A Love Most Brutal. And A Love Most Fatal is an audiobook, and A Love Most Brutal will soon be an audiobook, which is very exciting. I know I like love an audiobook. And then in the back of the book, you'll find like a list of other books that are written by some of my like dearest writing friends who also write dark rom-coms and mafia rom-coms. And we like put them in a little shared universe, which is to say the United States where crime happens. And you'll see like some mention of each other's characters in each other's books. And I just really, really recommend those books. So I just wanted to shout out Cynthia A. Rodriguez. She has two books, Loveful and Lovesick, that are so good. And then Evelyn Lay has a book called Shattered Obsession, which is a dark rom-com, mafia rom-com as well. I just love it. So I want everyone to know about them.
Awesome. Actually, thank you so much because now I have three more books to add to my TBR. I've been looking for a good mafia rom-com to follow up because I did your ALC of a Love Most Love Most Clearly I love your books. Um so I was
I
like,
think
I
you'll
need
love these.
another one.
They're like so good, and I love them. So
Awesome. Well, thank you. I will be adding all of those to my list and getting to them very soon. But Kath, thank you so much. Through all of our technical problems, we had such a great episode and I had so much fun today.
thank you, Tanya. I had so much fun too, despite the technical difficulties, the two computers, the Wi-Fi. We persisted.
We did it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you, Tanya.
Bye.
Bye.